RPA kids, happy Wednesday. We are continuing our series investigating all of those hard questions that we have or people have about the Bible. Okay, so here's the rundown. The book of Psalms has a ton of chapters, and it's basically people's prayers and songs, things that they are processing when they're going through hard times and happy times. And King David wrote a bunch of the Psalms, and he wrote these Psalms when he was running away from Saul after defeating Goliath. And the Psalm 107 talks about how people cried out to God for his rescue and how God rescued them. David talks a lot about his hard times, but even though he's going through hard times and we see his feelings come out in the Psalms, it's kind of like a diary or a journal where he writes down his prayers and his songs to God. And even when he is processing something really hard, he glorifies God. He always says, but God. He always talks about the truth about who God is, even though he may not be feeling very happy in the moment. And so our detective question this week is, your friend just says that the Psalms it's like this random book of poems that don't mean anything and they aren't reliable. So follow along with me as we look at our evidence to see if what your friend says is true or not, whether we can truly rely on the Psalms that we find in the Bible and what God says about them. Okay, so clue number 1. The Psalms name their authors. 73 Psalms in the book of Psalms say of David. Others name Asaph, Moses, even Solomon. These are not anonymous prayers or songs or stories or journal entries, okay? They have real authors and people who had real experiences with God. Clue number 2. Jesus quoted the Psalms. Jesus quoted Psalms and said that David wrote them. This happens in Matthew 22. If Jesus said it, then it's true. He wouldn't have quoted something that was not truth or something that we shouldn't have in the Bible. And finally, clue number 3. Historical details in the book of Psalms match David's life. Many of the Psalms describe David's real life, you guys. Running away from Saul, fighting enemies, becoming king. It's all real history that's not only confirmed in the Bible, but in other books that talk about the history of the time. So that's our last clue. So why does all of this matter? Well, the truth is, if we can rely on the Psalms, if they are reliable, then what they teach about God and the Messiah is true, right? If you've never read through the Psalms, I encourage you to read some, because a lot of times when we're reading through the Psalms, they really touch our own hearts and our own emotions. And sometimes the things that the people that wrote the Psalms were feeling, we felt that too. And the cool thing is, no matter what they're feeling, whether they're mad, sad, there's some crazy things in the Psalms, whether they're happy, they always point us back to Jesus. And they always say, it's almost like they're saying, I may be feeling this way, but God is so much bigger than my feelings. God is so much more, he's so much bigger than my problem that I'm facing. He's so much bigger than my sadness. And the Psalms really help us walk into worship.